So most 4-cylinder Hondas have their spark plugs up right here. If it's a 1.6 liter, a 1.8 liter, a 2 liter, 2.2 liter, all of them tend to have the spark plugs up front up here. Mainly only the V6s, which are the J series, tend to, or the newer, I don't even know, maybe the new ones in the 18s and stuff have their spark plug at a different spot. But if you have an older Civic and stuff right here, like 92 and up, pretty much 88 and up, you got it right here at 2000. So this is all what we're gonna do today, is just change the 4 spark plugs. It's super simple, and that way I can just show you guys how to do it, and you can do it yourself, and you have to pay someone to charge you to do it. So for Hondas, I always use NGK because they come straight from the factory with NGK, and also the wires. So you might also see blue wires sometimes on the motors. Those are also NGK, but these are the stock black ones that came from the factory, so we're gonna go ahead and use those. I really like them. And these are the ones that I use, are the V-Power, and you are gonna gap your spark plugs, and we'll get into that once we install them. I also suggest grabbing a bottle of this. It's an anti-seize lube, and what it does, it pretty much prevents the spark plugs getting seized inside the cylinder head. If it ends up getting rusty or something for some odd reason, this will definitely help that from happening, so you can make sure you always get them out. The first thing to do is going to be mark your spark plug wires. So you do not want to get these mixed up, and you do not want to take them off the distributor cap. There's no need for that. So what I'm going to do is mark them just in order of 1 to 4. That way you know which way to put them back. It's really simple. So we'll just put number 1, then number 2, 3, and number 4. It just saves the headache. Remember, you could put a piece of tape around each one, whichever way you feel is easiest to mark it. That way you don't have to try to worry about it later on and stress out about it. You can try taking a picture, but again, it is all kind of windy, so again, following them can be kind of tough, but this is a simple way that I found out. The next step is just go ahead and you can pull them out. If you have OEM wires, they have kind of a little handle on them for you, and you literally just pop them off, and then you just set it aside. Once you have the spark plug wires set aside, go ahead and grab this. So you're gonna need a ratchet, an extension, and then this is a 5/8 extended socket. So what's gonna happen down in the cylinder head is this is pretty much going to go inside. So this is what's sticking up that's gonna go into the spark plug, and it's pretty much just gonna feed in there. And that's what's gonna happen, and then you're gonna open it up. So let's go ahead and get that started. Sometimes if they don't pull out, you're gonna have to get something, either a magnetic pole or some needle nose to grab them in there, because sometimes they're just too heavy or just don't want to slide out as easy as you would think. These are okay. They're actually not looking too bad. A lot of discoloration on the 4-cylinder though, so who knows what's going on in there. I noticed also from the last time I cleaned it, if you guys watched it, on the valve cover gasket right here, it's already leaking really bad, and also on the head gasket. So that's definitely gonna be an issue we're gonna touch. And someone definitely over-torqued the number 4-cylinder, and this number 2-cylinder is way over-torqued. No wonder they're not sliding. It's like that medical game, right? Operation. Oh my goodness, this one wasn't even tightened. This was... That's it. Terrible. In order. 1, 2, 3, 4. See the ones that were not tightened enough, and you see the ones that were over torqued. So hopefully this change right now will help maybe just it run a little bit better, and then we'll get to those gaskets, and that will help this engine a lot. It'll feel so much better. Okay, here's where it gets fun. Go ahead and grab your new spark plug, and for this motor specifically, we're gonna gap it 0.044. Now you can buy a spark plug gap tool at most auto places, and then what I suggest, like I said earlier, is an anti-seize lubricant, and that's gonna go on the threads right here. You're only gonna do a little bit. You're not gonna put a smudge in it, you know, so it's oozing out. Just a very little, just on the threads, so that way it doesn't seize in there. All right, we're back. Put my gloves on. So you're gonna put a little smudge on it like that, essentially, and just grab, you know, get the finger and just kind of spread it around. Give it some love. And that's all. And what you're gonna do is slide it in here. Okay, and then you're gonna find a cylinder. You start with number 1. I just hand tighten them right now and do that same process all the way down the line. So we got all 4 spark plugs in there, pretty much hand tight. I didn't tighten in whatsoever with these right now. Now I'm gonna tighten them just enough till they're snug, and then we're gonna torque them down. And once you have them all in there, go ahead and grab your torque wrench if you have one. You can rent these also, but Honda says to do 13 foot-pounds per spark plug. Let's go ahead and do that. Got those all torqued down. If you numbered the wires correctly, just go ahead and follow the numbers in, and then you're good to go. So let's find number 1. And just pop them on there. They just pop right on. Really easy. Number 2. Pop. Number 3. Pop. And number 4. Pop. And you can put them back in here so it looks nice and neat. And there you go. You officially changed your own spark plugs. Let's go and start it up. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate all the support and the comments. Keep them coming. Any suggestions also. And I hope this video helped you on just how to change spark plugs and keep your car tuned up so that way you can drive it every day and it takes care of you. This is Mr. Robert. I'll talk to you later. Bye.